this lesson today. We'll be looking at external environment, basically the types of external environment. We have basically two types of external environment. But before we go into the two types of external environment, let's look at what external environment is all about. External environment has to do with an uncontrollable by what business what entity. External environment is uncontrollable by business what entity. When we say something is uncontrollable by business entity, that means it's beyond the power of the entrepreneur or the business to handle this situation. And what are those situations? Situations like government policies that will be implemented. Also situations like competitions that might likely face in their what businesses. These are what uncontrollable what business. These are uncontrollable what challenges or environmental challenges that businesses always what face. We went further to say that, however, external environment are of two types: micro and what macro what environment. Basically, we're looking at micro environment. So micro environment has to do with making availability of strength to overcome weakness and challenges of an organization. Making availability of strength to overcome what weakness of what and challenges of what the organization. What are these challenges? The challenges we are talking about here, we're talking about the competition and government policies and many other challenges. So now the going to look for organization or an entrepreneur is to look for measures in order to what to strengthen themselves to avoid or to void the weaknesses they are facing in what both their internal and external what challenges or environment. Now, he went further to say that, moreover, what affect companies capacity to work is known as what micro environment. So, because of these challenges that are being faced, is called what micro environment. We'll also be looking at what is supply. Supply can also be looked into and looked into as making availability of product or needful resources that is needed in the organization, making availability of useful materials needed in the firm. Now it should be noted that many organizations does not depend on one particular supplier to supply their product, because when you rely on a particular supplier to supply your product, at the end of it you end up being disappointed at the edge where you need the supplier to make supplies of this product essentially or most importantly. So it is very important that as an entrepreneur you don't rely on just one supplier to supply your product. Let me give an instance of what recently happened in some of the organizations I noticed. There was a certain governor that was coming to lodge in a certain hotel, and the hotel was depending on just one supplier for fuel and petrols. So when they were expecting that he should not supply this product to them, it ended up that the product was not supplied at the very time that is needed for this governor to lodge in this hotel. Now you know that they were disappointed, and also the governor could not sleep in that hotel. They lost the money, and also they lost the credibility of that organization. So it is very important as a supplier or as an organization, you don't depend on just one supplier for supply of what product. We'll also be looking at what customers. You see, customers are the king. Customers are the king of the market. When we talk about customers are the king, so many people ask questions: how is the customer a king in the market? Customers are actually kings in the market, and they must be satisfied to the best of their ability. However, their satisfaction determines the level of success of every business. If customers are not well satisfied in any product you're supplying, definitely there will be no success, because the rate of customers that will patronize that product will not be much any longer. They will look for an alternative measures to substitute you for another person. So customers are kings. They must be treated, they must be listened to, they must be be helped to get what the best what they want, and you must also consider them first in doing anything you as a what if an entrepreneur or in any business you find yourself. We have types of what customers. We have wholesalers, we have foreigners, we have government and other institutes, we have also industries, we also have retailers. I will go back again. Types of customers. We have wholesalers, we have foreigners, we have government and other institutions, we have industry, and we have what retailers. These are the types of what customers. We'll also be looking at what market what intermediaries. Market what intermediaries. When we say market intermediaries, we are talking about these are what channels between business and what financial what customers. These are channels between business and what financial what customers. They are what they comprises of what physical intermediaries, financial intermediaries, marketing agencies, and what middle what men. Now, when we talk about these market intermediaries, sometimes students and people tend to confuse about what market intermediaries means. There is no way you're going to make production of a particular product without looking for a channel through which you're going to make sales of your product. After production processes, it is very essential and important that this product reach to what potential what customers. So these measures through which it is getting to what the potential customers, it is what they what called the intermediaries, the channels through which you're going to get your finance from what producing what you have already produced. So the measures through which you can get your finance or types of marketing intermediaries is what we call physical intermediaries. We have financial intermediaries, we have marketing agency, and what middle what men. So these are the channels through which market intermediaries can be what carried out in any entrepreneurial business or any organization. So also we'll be looking at what an important also aspect again that you must understand that in the nutshell of everything is that these measures that has already been listed in this topic, it is very important and essential that it is being put into cognizance and also being used technically to achieve maximum result in every organization. Thank you.